actual shed itself with the bike. So I'll bring you through what we've actually done so far today. Thanks to D-Ron for standing behind the camera and also helping. Well, helping.
You're only 6 cents.
But yeah, this is it. I can't tell you how excited I am to get this bike out on the road. There's a bit of work to be done. Well, a lot of work to be done. You might notice there's no brakes on it. I had to actually remove them because they were seized to move the bike. I would have videoed it, but it kind of all went wrong and I did it wrong, and yeah, there was no point. But we'll sort that out. Huh?
I saw it. I can detest.
You can talk, like.
I don't want it.
But I'll bring you for a quick walk around to the bike in a second. Jake, I know you've been waiting for this day for a long time, and yes, it did happen. I have a gsx-r. Technically not mine. It's my uncle's. For now, we have some form of agreement. So before I put anything too mad into it, we'll have to figure out what's going on there, because what I would like to do is put on some rear sets and stuff. But we'll talk about that in a minute. So yeah, I'll bring you for a quick walk around to the bike, and we'll talk about what I'm going to do. And there's some bird rat creature attacking the wall, which is kind of nerve-wracking. But yeah, there it is. That's finally the surprise. Finally, for many moons of talking about it, we got out to the shed. And this is it. Yeah. So yes, what have we done to it so far? I'll go over and talk about the parts in a second, right? But basically we do have the whale tail for it, the original, with the proper colours and all that. So that's going to get put on, obviously. Clocks and everything else are pretty much original. You'll see I've actually already removed the brake line. I'll go through that in a second, just for anyone who's wondering about it, I suppose. But there's not a whole pile we're going to do. These aren't original. I don't know what they are. They're possibly original. Someone just wrapped them for some reason. But anyway, these were look like they were just dipped. This is nice. Again, don't know if it's real or not. But that's it. The plans for this, I suppose, are just kind of basic. So obviously, first and foremost, we need to rebuild the brakes. I'll be making videos now for anyone interested. There's the rear. And here's all my new brake pads. So you got front, you got back. We also have a new air filter. So I didn't get a fancy one yet, but I probably will in the future. I got spark plugs, oil filter, and some nice oil. Other than that, I don't have anything else yet. Obviously, I did order HEL brake lines. Those are the old brake lines. They were rubber, so not worth keeping. We ordered some nice HEL stuff. Like I said, the rear sets, if I go to keep the bike, I will change these out for something that just moves me back a little bit. You can get guiles, you can get LSL. I do like LSL. I have LSL pegs on Z6, so I might go that direction. I'm not sure yet. I'll probably change out the grips. If I keep the bike, I'll put ASVs on it because it deserves it. These are absolute weapons. But basically what this bike needs is just a strip and a clean. I had a look inside the tank earlier and it's disgusting. To put it simply, it's absolutely disgusting. Revolting, in fact, would be how I put it. So yeah, that's really it. There's not a whole pile there. We do need to obviously strip the carbs. It is the carb version, it's a 96. So it is the carb version. It should sound a little bit better, but obviously EFI would be a hell of a lot easier. This would be a much quicker turnaround. I'm gonna hope the carbs are okay. It was stored inside forever. So the plan is to basically just kind of clean out the petrol tank, take it off, new sparks, new oil, stuff like that, and see does it start. Obviously the chain will need to be changed as well. It looks okay, but maybe not. It's been sitting a long time on its wheels, so the bearings are kind of hitched. They sound hitched. Again, not sure. The plan is just to get it running, get it out on the road, give it a bed in, and see how we go. And then after that, time will tell. But yeah, parts I've ordered, so everything that you saw over there, HEL brake lines, rear sets are a maybe. But yeah, I hope everyone's excited as I am to get this out on the road, because number one, anyone who's been following the channel a while knows I like orange and black. But I know this isn't orange and black, but it's gold and black. I do have lots of gold in my phaser because I also like gold. Because in a past life, I was a dickhead. And still am. Darren's nodding at me. But yeah, so D-Rod.
Identity.
Obviously we will have to rebuild the forks as well, because again it was sitting for I think 13 years. 13 years ago it was last taxed. 13 years. We'll rebuild the forks. That should be straightforward enough. They're 43 mil, I think, same as the phaser. So I just have to buy a tool for both because I need to do the phaser's forks as well. The rear suspension sags a lot. I'll probably have to replace that as well, which isn't ideal, but it is what it is. We'll have to do it. We'll have to have a look at that. But yeah, that's it. That's it. I'm going to throw some clips up and probably talk over them in the end about these bikes in general, just for a quick background if people are interested. I do want to do a full history of the gsx-r on the channel because gsx-rs get a lot of shit. Do I have the proper apparel to ride this? Of course, I have shorts and flip-flops at home. Just didn't wear them today because I knew I couldn't ride it out. They will be going on. But yeah, other than that, like, I think these are great bikes. Everyone likes them. This is the srad, by the way, the 1996 750 srad. You know, you would have seen it, the fuel injected version in one of the budget bike battles. But I've been looking at this in a shed for as long as I can remember at home. So I'm very happy I finally have my hands on it, which is good. I'll probably also change these because they're a bit scuffed. You can get nicer versions anyway, or I might do a delete, and I don't know where else I'd put mirrors on it. I know in Ireland we have to have mirrors on the bike, unfortunately. And then if everything goes really well and my uncle is convinced and lets me either buy this bike or something, the plan would be to eventually bring it up and to Mondello with what would Grant do and Moto Dragon. I'm not concerned about being fast. I just want to have fun. So yeah, we'll see. I can't wait to get this on the road. But yeah, it's a different bike, definitely, from everything else you've seen on the channel. The Magna, by the way, which is over there under the cover. No, don't show them. It's sad at the moment. The tank is under the desk over there, and that needs a bit of work too. It needs the forks done. I have the new fork brace on it for it over there. If anyone has any suggestions for this is the main thing. If anyone has any suggestions for this bike, what they'd like to see done with it, leave it down in the comments. That is mucho importante for me. You know, I want to see what people think. Ronnie, I think you're going to enjoy the fact to have this. The only thing I will say is if one of your suggestions are to swap to the EFI engine, nah, not interested. I like carbs. I don't mind maintaining them. This isn't going to be my daily bike. My daily bike will stay being something with EFI because it's easy and it's just easier in Ireland as well when you wake up on cold days and stuff. Like the Magna is carbs, this is carbs. So I need to get much better than I am at taking care of them and rebuilding them or whatever else. But there you go. The first things you'll see if you own a Gixxer or you want to see this being done, I do have HEL brake lines coming in, so I'll show you that and I'll talk about how you would bleed them if you were bleeding them. Obviously you'll see me bleed them as well anyway, but I obviously removed the old ones already, so you didn't get to see that. But you get to see me fit the new ones, you get me to see bleed the new ones, and as always, if you're looking for brake lines, HEL, they're fantastic. They've never let me down. They're braided steel. They're pretty cheap for what they are, and they're just a fantastic product. I love them. So yeah, any suggestions for the bike, comments, if you're happy to see me have this. Jake, you have to say, you've been at me for like a year to get a Gixxer, but there you go. My hands probably shouldn't be on it. Jake will be upset because they're dirty. But yeah, that's it. Me and D-Ron are going to go home now and enjoy some slow cooked pork, beef, with some sweet potatoes.
I don't think they need to hear about it.
I think they do. I think they do. Yeah, I'm just delighted to have this bike finally in my paws, so I can just put it back together, get it running. I'm excited. Yeah. Other than that, this is going to be staying pretty stock. I want to keep it as stock as possible, so I won't be taking these off. I think they look cool. That is the double bubble screen, so that's going to stay on it. I do have the stock screen, but the double bubble will be staying on it. And to finish up, just have a look at these clocks. These are my favourite. Look at that cockpit. That is just goddamn fantastic. That's what bike clocks should still look like. That's what they should still look like. This digital stuff, don't need it. Don't want it. So yeah, I'll talk to you back in the office. So welcome back to the office. And a quick run through of what the bike actually is, because I didn't mention that properly. So it's a 1996 Suzuki 750 GXR 750 SRAD. The coolest part about it is just it's stock at the moment, so you know it's the original colors. Nothing's really been done to it, and it produces 128 brake horsepower. So this will make it considerably the most powerful bike that I have in my stable currently. I'm really excited to use it. I really am excited about, you know, getting it out on the road and hopefully getting it on track. It really depends on how it goes in regards, you know, with my uncle. Am I going to keep it? Are we going to share it? Is it going to stay in Kilkenny, Cork, whatever? Honestly, I don't mind spending a bit of money on it, provided it's never going to be sold outside of the family, and I'll leave it in Kilkenny and use it at the weekends, or if I go to Mondello, for instance. That'd be cool. Other than that, you know, the actual kind of main specs, you know, when I get it out on the road, I will of course do a proper first ride review, because I've never actually ridden that bike properly, so that'll be interesting. And as well, just to make it clear, because I know I mentioned it in the main video about the analog displays, I'm not against modern bikes, and I think a lot of people have taken it as that over, you know, the last few videos. I like modern bikes. You know, if you watch my review on the 0DS and the 0SRF with electric bikes, I'm also pretty passionate about them too. Just for me, I think the old analog clocks just look better than digital. That's all. You know, so don't get buttered or whatever else about, you know, me making those comments. That's just my taste. I really like the old bikes. But that's it really. So I hope that this whole surprise was worth waiting for. If you were one of the people who were kind of waiting to see what it was, I hope it wasn't a massive letdown. Yeah, and I hope you're as excited as I am to see that bike out in the road and going places for trips and getting pictures of the places and whatnot. But if you've watched, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, and if you're excited to see what I'm going to do with that bike going forward, please hit the subscribe button and also the like thumb. That's always good. And yeah, that's about it really. So until next time, thank you very much for watching. Adios. Outro crew. You didn't think I'd forget you, did you? Number one, I have a really exciting guest coming up on Tuesday for my podcast, so stick around for that. And also, are you surprised? What did you expect me to have that bike? Did you expect that to be the surprise, or what were you expecting? Let me know what your guess was down in the comments below, because you know I love them. So yeah, let me know what you thought it might have been, and are you surprised? Because I hope I surprised a few people with this one. But yeah, that's it. Yes, I'm still bald. I need to reshave my head again actually. Bye.